The classic 2000 sitcom's Girlfriends followed the lives and friendships of 4 African American women, but the classic show as we know it wasn't always this way. They actually went through a few cast changes before we got the cast everyone would know. Originally, before they cast Tracee Ellis Ross, Mara Brock Akil, the creator, wanted the role of Joan for Regina King, but Regina wanted to pursue other things, and instead the role went to Tracee Ellis Ross. And also, Flax Alexander was originally playing the role of Darnell, but left the show to star in his own sitcom, 101. But here's where things get interesting. Initially, Persia White and Jill Marie Jones weren't casted. The original lineup for Girlfriends included Tracee Ellis Ross, Golden Brooks, Leslie Silva as Tony, and Christina Cox as Lynn. Yes, that's right, they initially had a white woman in the cast of Girlfriends, but whether or not they were trying to add in a white character is questionable, because apparently the actress Christina Cox is of half Jamaican ancestry, so it's unclear if she was casted as the white woman on the show or the multi-ethnic woman on the show, because the Lynn character was supposed to be a light-skinned black woman.
The mix factor I actually asked for. She was just going to be an incredibly light-skinned black girl. I was like, can we just talk about the fact that she's a mix? Because
so maybe they tried to pass her off as a light-skinned black woman?
You tried it, okay?
But that's still a far reach. But either way, she appears to be white, and her added to the show, it becomes a different show. So it would have been interesting to see what direction they would have taken with this, because a large part of Lynn's role was her racial identity, but making Lynn a white woman would add to the diversity of the show, because at the time UPN was trying to expand beyond a black audience by making their shows more diverse. So adding a white main character to the cast of Girlfriends would have fulfilled this for them, but it also could have ruined the show by forcing a white main character in. Now originally this cast was included in the promo and the advertisements for the show. They even shot a pilot which never aired, but when the show actually premiered in 2000, they had an entirely new cast in the pilot episode.
I'm not sure about Persia. I know that we both were a part of a recast.
So they obviously didn't like the original cast and decided to go with Persia White and Jill Marie Jones, and at this point it's hard to imagine anyone else playing these roles. Though I think Leslie Silva would have done a great job as Tony, Jill Marie Jones just bodied that entire character of Tony, and so did Persia White as Lynn. So I think they made the right decision in the end, because this show was made to showcase the black woman's experience, as Mara Brock Akil explained what Girlfriends is about. Girlfriends was about wanting to document what black women were thinking at the time, what we were feeling, what we were concerned about, and dispelling the myth of the strong black woman. And I think the show was somewhat successful at this, because it really did speak to the black female audience. The show lasted for 8 seasons and received good reviews, and the show is just classic. I mean, it's 20 years later and people still talk about the impact of the show. But what do you think about the original cast? Could you see the show working with this lineup?